baby crying in the background. Baby having ass.
Hey, oh boy, oh. Welcome back to episode fucking 19 of Part Timers Podcast. Sorry about the late upload on the last episode. As of the time we're recording this, it still isn't up yet, so I'll upload them both on Sunday
With
or
Keith?
Saturday
With Keith,
with Keith.
Dane,
Tony the Tiger.
Curtis is back.
Yeah,
And our
Flake.
special guest, Kyle.
and we got Kyle.
Hello.
Mr.
Hey.
Anderson.
Mr.
Hello.
Anderson.
The one,
His-
the only
his
bass playing Kyle.
his
Oh,
name is
God.
Neo.
There's far too many Kyle
ba-
Andersons. I'll tell you that.
The bass player for today starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow starts today.
Tomorrow starts.
Damn it! A procrastinator's punk
pretty-
band. A procrastinator's
Oh, God.
punk band.
That'd be
Today
a-
starts tomorrow.
He's like,
That is on
man,
the money.
No, tomorrow starts today. Local band in Regina. Fucking awesome. I actually went and saw you guys once. It was
Thank
loud.
you.
It was loud, but it was fucking good though. It was fucking awesome.
So tell us about yourself, Kyle.
I
Tell us
kept,
about
I
your
kept Tony the Tigering his events. I kept flaking on him. Shit kept coming out.
Gambling.
I really want to
you really haven't missed much. The Death by Stereo one was crazy. That one
I really wanted to go to
totally
that
missed that one.
I
Really
think I saw you told me to check out their Instagram. I was checking out clips of you guys thrashing.
Yeah, they
They
were
giving you guys
really
props.
they were really nice dudes.
That's the Death by Stereo guys.
Yeah, Death by Stereo
Nice.
was great dudes.
Nice. That's awesome.
So
Kyle, tell us about yourself.
tell about myself. I don't know what to really say.
He's a
What do you say?
dead.
He's a dead.
Just another workaday sucker like the rest of us.
Right.
You're too modest. Tell us about yourself. You're a
Come
pretty
on,
cool
man.
dude.
Brag. Humble brag right here.
Humble
This guy caught a piranha with a stick and a rope.
What? You did?
It was a
Oh, you did.
it was a stick, it was a piece of bamboo.
No shit.
Yeah. No, father-in-law took us. One of the times we were down fishing. Or sorry,
Down where, sorry?
down. We were down in Brazil.
Okay.
He took us out fishing. And there's this huge river that runs through the farmland that his company works. So he took us out fishing there, and there's this big long riverbank. It was so weird because, I mean, around here, kind of fishing etiquette. If you're fishing on the shore and you roll up to some spot, you're likely going to give someone about 30 feet of space or something.
Right.
There's roll up like one next to the other, shoulder
Really?
to shoulder. People were like, yeah, and it was fine. You just kind of perched yourself and squatted down on this riverbank. It was pretty rocky, but it was a fairly steep drop off. And then once you got in the water, it was like deep immediately. There's
Yeah.
people that were standing like a meter and a half out, and they're up to their chest.
Oh shit.
But anyway, we were using these bamboo poles that her dad brought, and it was just a piece of fishing line on the tip of a bamboo pole, and just tiniest hooks I've ever seen. Like, I don't know, 1/4 inch or so.
Oof.
They were tiny, and the technique was you had to take the worm, you quarter it, and you had to thread it on, like thread its whole body through the hook, and you could not show just not even a tip of metal. The whole thing had to be covered 100%,
Oh really?
or they would not bite. But when they're in there, when the hook was in there, if you felt anything, just anything that resembled like contact on your hook, you had to pull up immediately. Otherwise, they would take your shit and go. They were fast. And it was just like we were just pulling fish all day, just tiny ones, no larger than you get at the pet shop. I don't know, like the size of a toonie size, plus up to the largest one would have been like the size of a baseball.
A chocolate loony.
Oh,
That's
Like,
cool.
So they're just these tiny guys, little flatfish. But yeah, we just I don't know, pulled in about like 5 or 6 different species.
Holy
Fuck,
was
that's
all-
so
it
cool.
was- it was-
fucking sweet.
It was
really
cool, and piranhas were one of them.
Wow.
So it wasn't like a set of river monsters down there.
No, not at all.
I thought Curtis was fucking with us. Like, oh,
No.
this guy harpooned a piranha. That's
No, we
sweet.
have a video on YouTube of it. It's kind of
That's
neat.
awesome.
Well, that's cool.
What's the video called?
Senor Anderson.
Piranha.
Can't-
Catching a piranha or something. I'll dig it up for you. I'll
Yeah.
send
Cool.
it to you. I promise.
We'll put the link in the description.
Sure. If we remember.
We remember.
Yeah.
So what else, Kyle?
Yeah, so
Come
how-
on.
He's the bass player.
Yeah, bass player.
How long have you been playing bass?
I've been playing bass since, what was it, like 11 or 12, 13? I don't know. Whenever I started meeting people that played music and found out that everyone's a guitar player.
So like, right,
Yeah.
right.
All you show people to say they want to make a band.
Yeah, guitar players are always
And
looking.
say, so
Guitar players are always
do you
looking
play
to
bass?
for bands, and bassists are always being sought after.
Yeah.
Right?
Rhythm section in general. Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone
Play
plays
bass?
guitar.
Does anyone play bass?
I'll play
Fuck
guitar,
that.
but I'll settle. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to get. I've been looking to get in a bass the last couple of years, but I never end up getting around to it. Get a bass, and I gotta get a bass amp, and
I'm more of a vocalist myself. I can't take
I
the
feel like
time.
you got some room in the corner, kind of over there,
I
right
don't know.
behind Damien. Behind Curtis would be a good spot.
something like that.
I can't sit still
Yeah.
long enough to
Nice.
play an instrument.
Put
So.
amp
Right in the
peg
corner.
fridge there.
Right in the corner where my first guitar is.
That's
60
right.
$60 that blue electric guitar.
Yeah, that was a
one.
lot of money back then.
That was a lot of fucking money back. That was 12 years old.
That would
That's
be.
like $1 million to 12-year-olds.
That was like 1,000,000 years ago.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Jesus.
14 fucking years, almost 15 years.
You're gonna be 28 this year.
27.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it!
Where'd
I
you
don't
grow up, Kyle?
Sorry.
I grew up in Calgary mostly.
You can
Well,
tell he grew up.
sorry, not mostly. We moved to Saskatchewan when I was 8, so not mostly at all. The opposite of mostly.
The opposite of mostly. And then you moved to Moose Jaw, right?
Moved to Moose Jaw.
Why?
Why?
From Calgary.
My dad wanted a job.
It's a small, that's a huge change for you.
It was awesome. It was the best thing. It was the best thing that ever could have happened to me.
Yeah.
To be totally honest,
You're able to make friends.
we were like we didn't live in like the best part of Calgary, and like, it's not like I grew up in the ghetto or anything, but I mean there was a lot of rough shit that would happen, and everyone kind of understood that, and that was just kind of part of the background. But there was a ton of rules that went along with that, like stringent rules are such as going out at night, don't leave the blocks. We grew up on a cul-de-sac. If you're leaving the block, make sure you're with at least 2 other people. I could not go to a friend's house unless my parents met their parents. Things like that.
That also comes with being like an 8-year-old.
A lot of that, but
Yeah.
it was very strictly enforced, and like as a parent, I look at those things like, well, those are all very reasonable rules. But when we moved to Moose Jaw, things like that were like gone.
Like the worst thing there is like
Just-
an old person might, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
In 4 minutes, you're at the other side of town.
that's yeah.
You know,
It was like going to the store, like see ya. Before like going to the store, like who are you going with? Where are you going? What time are you going? And
That was our life.
yep. Who you going?
Moose Jaw.
Where are you going? Who are you
what,
gonna
where,
be
when?
with? And what time are you gonna be home?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was all that stuff, but like now it was just when we moved to Moose Jaw, it was like lunches at noon. Be home for noon.
Bet you that felt really weird.
Walking to school, we walked to the park. It wasn't a big hassle like it was growing up in Calgary.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, now I'm living in Moose Jaw, not Calgary. So
Right.
Yeah. Any
Where
more-
Calgary has everything and Moose Jaw
has
has
everything.
nothing.
Yeah.
It has the tunnels.
I was gonna say the zoo, but
Oh.
when we moved there, Moose Jaw had a zoo.
Oh. I
Moose Jaw
didn't,
had a wild animal park. It was
nice.
awesome.
here's a coyote, and here's a normal dog. Thanks for coming to the Moose Jaw Zoo.
Like they had polar bears and they had lions.
they really?
They
just
really
some
did.
guy's
They
backyard.
don't anymore.
No, that's
This-
long
Dude, that
gone.
zoo is as old as those fucking tunnels. Jesus Christ.
Wow. I didn't know they had that
Yeah.
kind of shit there.
You,
They
you went
did.
to high
You
school with
played-
actually one of my teachers from instrumentation, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Jared.
Oh.
And for any of the instrumentation people watching, aka Andrew Clausen, whenever you see Jared, I need you to tell him Carpe Diem for me. Right, Kyle? Is it that?
Yeah. He that was him and this other guy.
Does he have a tattoo that says that?
I don't know. I'm too
No.
afraid to know where it is.
No, they're really that was like their motto, and
He's
they spelled that out all the time. But it was awesome. They brought a ton of positive energy to parties and
Nice.
to, like to the school and to the school in general. Like they did a lot of organizing, and
he's a good
it
dude.
was Jared was great.
Just a happy-go guy. A happy-go-lucky.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
A lot,
go.
ton of
Happy
fun.
go.
Ton of fun.
I
Super
forgot a
funny
word,
guy.
okay.
That's awesome,
Nice.
man.
And,
Well,
and you played football, and
yeah.
you went pretty far in it.
I didn't go very far.
I thought
No.
you said you guys went to like provincials or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, the team did well. Not me.
There's no Iron team.
You said you. I didn't know you meant you.
Yeah.
You.
You guys.
You all.
We won one game in 2 years.
Fact.
Nice.
That is a fact. That's seriously.
Did you guys win?
Game
My
2.
2 years of high school football, we won one fucking game.
You guys
But
went.
you earned that game.
We fucking earned that game.
You earned that game.
God
It's
damn.
probably Martin.
No, it was Luther.
Oh,
Yeah, we beat
that was
Luther.
all right.
Yeah,
I
but
remember that. That was stupid.
You guys were green, all right?
no,
I was.
He was Greenall. I was
We might
Johnson.
have fucking won some
Johnson.
games if we were Greeno.
That's why we lost.
Greeno went right
We-
to the fucking championship, and then the kicker missed the kick, and they lost it all.
We
Fucking James.
we had
Piece of
we
shit.
had lots of talent. We had lots of talent on our team, but nobody could
He
work
didn't play
together.
ball.
Oh,
Nobody
really?
would work together, and that was
That
the biggest
sucks.
thing. They put all their eggs in one basket. They relied on the running back, gave him the ball, and he would just run. And that dude had we had the worst record in the league, but he had the most touchdowns scored by a single player and the most yards run by a single player. You know, like you know what I mean? Because they always gave him the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, that might have been back in the Sharu days.
Sharu, yeah,
Yeah, he was. Well,
Shrew.
he seemed good because he always hit one with the ball.
right. He
Anyway.
Sandshrew?
Anyway.
Sandshrew, the Pokemon.
Sandshrew.
Anyway. Did
That's
you
a
guys-
coaching problem.
Did you guys win provincials?
Cushway.
Yep.
Oh shit!
We did twice.
Like high school.
Yep.
And what high school was that again?
Central. Moose Jaw Central.
Ah.
I think one year was against Riffle. I think the other one, the year was against Balgoni.
Well, that's cool.
I think.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Balgoni did so shitty that they dropped down to Johnson's tier. like that yeah.
Terrible.
That bad.
They're like, we just need to win some games.
When
put
you
us
guys
up
left the
against
season
Johnson.
after, we won 2 games.
Oh, shit.
And then in my grade 11 year, we won 6 games.
No shit. That would have been 2011.
Yeah,
or
and
2010.
then grade 12 we won 3, and yeah, it was yeah.
A
I
winning
remember when I worked at the local pet store.
Right.
What does this have to do with football?
This guy, it's a story, you fucking piece of
We're
trash.
talking about
I'm
football
sorry,
and
Dane. I
Kyle
didn't know
here.
you were gonna be a fag today.
Curtis, why don't you go to holidays again? Jesus Christ.
No, when I worked at the local pet store, this guy came in, and he was all sweaty. And I was like, "Oh man, football game tonight?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We had a really good win. It was 48-0." I was like, "Who'd you fucking play, Johnson?" And he just lost his smile. And he's, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, have a good night, man."
Did he actually? He did. That was that's awesome. That's fucking
And I
hilarious.
was like, "Well,
Oh,
good job,
man.
I guess." So like, you probably didn't have to fucking do
who'd
anything,
you
did you?
fucking play, Johnson?
We beat Martin 73-0.
Holy fuck.
Jesus.
First game of the season, we're like, Johnson's got it this year. Lost. 1. Shitty.
Yeah. I think
Did anyone else beat that score though?
I don't.
Did anyone
I
else?
don't
Did anyone
know.
else get 70 points?
I think when you were you just graduated, so there'd been my grade 10 year. Martin lost to O'Neill. It was higher score than that. It was embarrassing. Like
I
the
wanna
kids
say
were just
80s.
like it was like hut, and the kids were just like walking. Like, it's like 100-0. Destroyed.
Yeah.
There was one year O'Neill. Well, O'Neill's good. O'Neill's got a great team. Their
They got
coaching
big.
staff is
They've
awesome,
always had big kids
and
too.
their coaching staff is great. But there was one year they went undefeated, and when we played them, we beat them. They're the
That's-
only
yeah.
team that beat them that year, and they won everything.
and Johnson only lost every other game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that felt
Shit.
pretty good. But
Yeah,
like
it
it was
was.
one of those things where they're like, yeah, it's just Johnson, and we fucking whipped their ass.
That's
that
awesome.
felt good. But I have no idea what it fucking feels like to win
Oh.
provincials twice.
Yeah.
Dick.
Well, kinda. I
Not
mean,
my fault.
Being good.
Kinda.
Our
I mean,
team
shit.
was
It had-
stacked. Oh my god. our
we
team
guys
was
like
stacked.
you, 6'12".
Oh, I was not a star player. I was not. I was offensive line. They started me on defense. It kind of like slowly demoted me down. I started off linebacker. Like maybe put him on the line. D line. Maybe move to O line. I guess. Not too quick. Oh, not too fast.
Hold on, Kyle. Go
So-
get us some water here.
Just have a seat over there.
It's okay.
grab those towels.
It's okay, Kyle. You're probably better than I will be. I ran half a lap, and then cried and quit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's okay.
So that's his football career.
That is-
I was like 4.
8.
That kid
Oh.
is fucking huge, but man, is he lanky. Put him on the bench. We can't even put that guy in the way.
It was funny. We had one guy. He came from a football family. He was the youngest of them, and every brother he had like set records: most yards, most touchdowns, most points, blah blah blah. His oldest brother had these records, and then the one who was just a little bit younger than him started breaking the records. And this guy was on pace to destroy both their records. And then his tibia, like 3 games in the season, he smashed his tibia and fibia.
Oh.
He got cut. Guy jumped at him, dove at his legs. Just as he made contact with his foot, the guy hits him with his
That
shoulder.
fucking
Snap.
sucks.
So he was out. So everyone else kind of
That's it.
rallied behind it.
That's it.
But the other guy, our other kind of ace in the hole, he was he was the only grade 9 to start. He won Rookie of the Year and was Player of the Year in grade 9 and kept that all 4 years.
Nice.
And he could perform.
Wow.
He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Nice.
But he was kind of short. That's what I got told. I don't remember him being too short, but I do know he busted his ass and he was just naturally talented. And I think he played university ball, but beyond that, I heard they said he was too small to move on to even the CFL.
Oh shit. To
Which
do what he did.
Yeah, because he was even in general, like your running backs, even your DBs are like 6 foot, 200 pounds,
Yeah.
just lightning
Fast.
quick.
Yeah.
The odd time you'll get the Western dressers, right?
Yeah,
The very, very odd time.
exactly.
There was this one kid. It was what was that? It was the preseason game. Everybody met up at one field and they all had mini games. What was that called? Do you remember?
I do remember, and I remember being so fucking mad at one of those games, but I don't remember what it was called. I think it was at Belfer?
No, it was at Miller.
Miller. Yeah,
Behind the school.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was a kid. He played 3 years of high school ball prior, and he was fucking amazing. Like, this kid had a bright future. Like, the Thunder was reaching out to him before the grade 12 season even started, and he had like a really bright future with football. And during that preseason mashup, he snapped his fucking this bone right here. What is that called?
Femur.
He snapped his femur.
Oh,
They hit him crossed. 2 people hit him, and it sounded like a fucking tree trunk snap.
Jesus.
And he tried standing up, and his leg folded. Never walked the same again. Never. He
Dude.
never played ball
Football
again.
fuck you
That was
up.
it.
Fuck.
football
never.
will fuck you up.
That sucks.
He was in a wheelchair for like the first 3 months of school, and he was fucked.
Fuck.
He still showed up to every game, hung out with the team and everything, but that was it.
That sucks. Dude.
Yeah, but that kid was good. You could tell he wanted it. He
Yeah.
wanted that ball. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, how do we get here?
I don't know.
I don't even know this kid. Just sucking his dick.
Jesus Christ. Kyle,
There's
give
no
us
dick
your,
sucking around here. There will be none of that.
Kyle, give us
Not in this studio.
give us your mini life story here.
I feel like I did.
Yeah, that
I
was.
feel like I was born in Calgary, then I moved to Moose
But
Jaw.
there's more.
Caught some
To
fish.
play
played
high
food-
school ball.
Caught some fish.
What's
Jammed
past
out.
high
Played some
school
ball.
though? How did you find
What-
your way to where you are now? How did you find? Where did you go? What did you do?
What is your
Oh
trade?
God.
He's like,
You're my
being
mentor
Yes.
here.
Oh man. What did I do to end up here? What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
exactly
that,
what
is that
I
a good
mean.
way of putting it?
Yeah,
we're an electrician by trade.
Yeah.
he's my mentor.
Had to do that. That was.
His phone number will be in the description. He does good work.
I am.
Get him for
I
that.
am
I'm
not taking up
I'm not
any
putting
more
your
side
number
work.
in there. No.
Fuck
He loves
that.
he loves those pot lights.
Jesus.
Those spotlights.
Oh my God. Those side work is one after the next.
Yeah, I bet.
That phone is off the chain.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Anyways, after high school, what all went down?
After high school, I had
Lazy.
everybody around me they were so career focused and like they had their schools picked and they had their area of expertise they wanted to go study, and like I was no idea. And I found out that an option is a student exchange, so sign me up.
Get the fuck out of here.
I am It's like I get to go pretend that I'm on like some sort of path, but like, just like totally ducking out on responsibilities and making life choices. Just like peace.
What's the easiest way to do this?
Yeah. So I went there. I went to Brazil. I was there for a year. I got to redo high school with a diploma. It was a year-long vacation, and I abused the fuck out of it. Oh man, it was just nothing. Like it was sleeping in class. I was surrounded by people. I went to a really nice private school, and everyone around me was like they're working their ass off to learn English, and a difference is when people here like learn French or something. I mean, nobody really wants to use it. Everyone wants to try and be cool and play it off and like in case they don't want to look stupid or whatever. But like down there, man, if you show up to a party and people find out, especially like in high school or college, people find out you're from Canada, and you are their opportunity to practice their English.
Really?
And they will. So I was more than happy to oblige that and just taking all the English I could and all that like added attention, and I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna bother to learn Portuguese. I was getting in shit from my host family, and then eventually kind of the friends started giving me a hard time. They're like, you really gotta start learning this shit. I'm like, I know, but it was like telling a smoker that you really should stop smoking. They go, yeah, I know, I should, but another day, another time, another place.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe tomorrow.
Today starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
You were like, I got all year to learn it. Kyle, you leave in 3 days. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I eventually got off my ass and learned, and it worked out much better. But yeah, come back to Canada was like a snap back in reality. It's like, fuck, now I really got to find something to do. There's nothing to. I had no idea. I took on a ton of shit jobs.
Like you work. You worked at a tarp making.
Yeah. I worked at
What?
Yeah, I made those large grain tarps.
Ooh.
You see, they cover like 50 foot or 100-foot tarps.
I can tell when you
making
stop
The one
working
that
there.
cover the trucks?
Yeah.
I can tell when
No, they cover the fields, the grains in the field.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
shit.
If they can't get into the bin and it has to sit on the ground for a while, they cover it up with a big ass tarp. It's like 100-foot by 30-foot long.
So hold on, you installed them?
Made them.
You made them.
Made them.
You
Got-
wove it by hand.
Yes, by hand. I was knitting.
Like, oh, it's like what?
No, like the tarp would come on it would come on a big ass roll, and we have to take it out. We'd cut it to length, and there was a little kind of like a welder machine that kind of it would slowly ride itself backwards and would just kind of weld like a 1-inch seam across, and like depending on the size we were making, and then that would get folded up nicely, sent upstairs to the sewers, who would sew. They'd sew in gussets and sew in the rope around the edge. And they'd ball those up and throw it down to the people who put it in the grommets.
They would what? Throw it down
They'd throw it down.
Okay, yeah.
They would throw it. No, they would throw it
into
down.
a pile.
Yeah.
I think there was a story about that pile. I think.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
We'll get there. So yeah, then we'd take it. We'd put the grommets in. Then we'd pull it out, pull it straight, fold it up nicely, put it in a bag. And I did that for I don't know how many, like a few months anyway.
Too long?
Too
Probably the
long.
longest few months of your life.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Oof.
I tried. No, but if you want to know about that, so, but throwing the thing down the hole.
Yeah,
it was
I
like
need to hear this.
I don't know. It's like it was about it's a drop of about like 15, 20 feet. I don't know.
Only.
I don't know. Going off memory, going off like a hazy 15-year-old memory.
Yeah.
But I know it was a completely unguarded hole, and these tarps are huge, and so you ball them up, and they'd be about they're like 3-4 feet sphere, little big circle. So you could throw these down, and they pile up. They get that big. So we'd be fucking around and watch the pile get high and get bored. We'd run upstairs. Sometimes we'd jump. Just trying to jump into the pile, and it was a lot of fun. And we've been doing that for a long time. One day, and like, okay, I can do one more, and I point out to like one of the farthest ones I could like spot, so I could find like that one. I'm going for that right there. It looked like a pile of like 7 or 8, and when I landed, it turned out to be a pile of just 3, like 1, 2, 3, and I had landed square in the middle on my ass. And I had the biggest headache of my life. My shoes flew off. My instant reaction was to like, oh shit, I'm gonna get in shit. So let's get to work, guys. And I just put on my shoes and go to work. People are coming up to me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am fine."
20-foot drop on your ass.
Yeah,
He broke his butt.
yeah.
No,
The bruise I had was like the size of a mini football. It was like the whole cheek, basically. I couldn't sit on for weeks.
You're lucky that was it, though.
Yeah.
Very lucky. Very lucky. Just like every ridiculous story told, very lucky.
Right.
And I am so aware of that.
Oh, that made me sick. Just like, as soon as you're like, there was 3, I was like, I can feel this in my chest. This isn't good. He's alive, so.
Did you die?
I couldn't imagine that feeling though, falling and seeing that opening and you're heading right forward. Right.
No,
toward it.
I know. I thought it was all good. And
Until you hit.
when things like that happen, like when sudden impact happens, just in any instance, you don't know what's happened right away. Like your brain's already firing off messages saying, "What is this? What's going on? This isn't what I expected," and trying to piece this together because up until the moment I landed, I thought I was jumping into like a big, comfy, cushy pile of
Kind of
tarps.
like going into shock, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Halfway down.
Could've
I
been
thought
that.
it was a bad idea.
I wish I had that much foresight. No, I didn't. I thought it was a bad idea after the impact.
Yeah.
Well,
Once
Then
I
you
put
knew
that
it was a bad
together.
idea.
Then I knew for sure.
You're like, this is
yeah.
probably going to be okay.
So no one did any more jumping after that.
Yeah.
no.
That's too risky.
So after El Tarpo Company,
What
did you go
I don't know.
A bunch of shit things.
I ended up in Medicine Hat. My brother hooked me up with a job on the pipeline, and that lasted a day and a half.
what?
It was like a friend of like an acquaintance of mine. He played basketball with my brother in college, and he hooked up his job. And we were waiting to go out in the field. So he's like, just find a shit for me to do around the shop. And he wanted me to paint up these handrails. So I go, okay. So as I was painting them, I don't know. But then he comes by. He's like, you're taking way too long at this. And like, I don't know. I'm painting the way I would paint. You know, like don't
Right.
put too much on the brush. And he's in this, and painted around. Nice, like no runs, no drips, whatever.
Right.
But like the second time he came back, gave me shit about it. He was like, "No, you guys go like this." And he just like slams the brush in the
Paint
can, just like
everywhere.
blah, just
Ruined everything.
okay, all right, fine, I can do that. And then he asked me to go move some trucks, and they were big ass field trucks, not unlike field service trucks at a certain workplace.
Okay.
You know, the big ass silver toolbox that hang over the sides
Yeah.
of the dualies, things like that. And these were standard. These are standard trucks, and I had no idea how to drive standard, but I was too shy to tell them that.
Right.
And I had 3 trucks to park.
You gonna learn today.
So I had been taught once, like years prior,
Yeah.
like showing, and then just being like, "That's it."
How you do it. Yeah.
Oh, so just 1, 2, 3, right? So I parked one, that went all right. The second one, and then the only spot left for the third one was in between these other 2 trucks. I eyed it up. I looked like this will fit just fine. And I was spending too much time looking at one side and not enough on the other. And I smashed the 2 toolboxes, the one on the park truck versus the one on this one I was parking.
Oh,
And-
this is your first day.
Second day.
Second day.
And they weren't just like a little like dinged and pushed in and scraped, like they were bent, can't open the doors, nothing.
How old were you?
I would have been about 19.
Really?
Yeah, maybe 20. I had to go in like, Steve, I have a little problem. I told him, and he was like, just kind of shaking his head. He's like, I'll just go home. I'll call you in the morning, or I'll call you later. I go, yeah, fair enough. And he calls me up. He's like, honestly, man, we can't keep you around.
Your liability.
I go, yeah, no, I understand. Second day in the job, I'd fire me too.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I was too ashamed to go get my paycheck.
hey man, go home. I'll call you tomorrow.
Don't even
Yeah.
worry.
He
Don't
never
even worry about
called.
paying me.
Yeah,
guys.
man. Like you
Just
can keep
put that towards repairing the
Yeah.
truck.
pretty much.
Oh man,
Should have done that. Should have went back to can I get my paycheck? Y'all owe me.
Yeah.
You look back to like how you were to how you are now. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd fire me twice.
Back then, yeah.
Oh God.
I think to how I was when I first started with the company I'm with now. I was like, how the fuck did I like? I worked when I had to. I didn't go the extra mile like I do now. But back then it was just like, fuck. How did I not get let go earlier? I was late all the time, and just sleep wasn't a thing I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to sleep when I wanted to sleep, and it just unfortunately happened that I slept through my shifts. And
It happens.
you wake up at 5. I'll try again tomorrow.
I used to take absurd liberties at my jobs. I used to be so bad for that. I remember one job. I was working at a truck stop restaurant, just a fry cook basically, and yeah. And I don't know. I worked the night shift, and I got to know people there, or whatever, and you could always hungry, throw in a few wings for yourself or whatever. Well, it's one particular evening, we left the bar, and everybody was just greased right up, and I go, I know a place to the highway. So we go. So I brought me and all my drunk friends there.
You're
It's like
greased up
five
going on
of
the highway.
Yeah, so we're all 5 of us, and we just go to this place. There's no one else in there, and I walk in expecting to see some familiar faces, and there's none. But it didn't deter me at all. I walked to the back of the kitchen and put like $40 worth of food in the deep fryer, like matzo sticks, wings, boneless ribs, fries, and I just made all this shit, and people are they're looking at me.
I bet you felt like the man, though.
I have never met any of these people. And they look at me like, "What's up?" And it was, "Oh, food's ready." All right. God, go there, sit down. We have our food and leave.
How long have you been working there at that point?
Oh, like I don't know, a month.
Didn't know anybody in the kitchen. That's
Two,
fucking
maybe?
funny.
Were there people working at that time when you went?
Yeah, there was.
There
was a
I thought
server.
you just like went and unlocked the building.
There was a server. There was cooks in the back. Yeah, there's people on the
Did
night
anybody
shift.
say anything to you?
No. No.
Just some customer comes back and
What would you do? I wouldn't say anything, but fucking he's doing it himself.
who the fuck are you?
He's doing it better than I am. I'll let him fucking. Here, you want to make this?
This
order?
guy looks like he knows what he's doing. He probably works here.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a BLT? I don't know how to do
Fuck.
Hey man, you want a job? Oh, I already work here. You do?
That's fucking funny.
Matter of fact, I want a raise.
I came in this time.
These 8 guys out here want to eat.
3 hours
free.
call out pay. Oh,
That's
man.
awesome. That's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so after the truck stop.
Oh,
Man, that sounds. Oh,
We used to work at a car wash.
yep.
Like
man.
a self-serve car wash.
yeah.
And we used to, everybody, like, you post on Facebook, I'm working tonight, who wants a wash? you get, like, a lineup outside down the block
Dude,
of people you know but don't really talk to. They show up, hey, Dan, hey, how's it going? And you're like, yeah, going through, I'll get you through. Yeah, clean up on Bay 1. Go ahead, man.
And the thing was, him and I used to work together, Dane and I. And he'd go, get cleaned up. I'm like, you cleaned this bay 4 times in a row now. Who the fuck is in there?
No, and it's still dirty.
It's just really dirty. I missed the spot.
That's fucking funny.
That was one of those times I felt
I-
like the man at work.
Yeah.
Dude, I look back to those, the good old car wash days. I'm like, oh man. The shit that we did.
I want to state this really quick. I did get in trouble for it, so the punishment's been dealt with. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell this story anyway.
Okay.
So I used to work at a gas station, and the building was under renovations.
Full service?
Full service
Okay.
gas station, and the building was under renovations, and the camera systems were down, fully down all around the pumps everywhere, and the pumps still worked, but we were very limited. So there was 2 stations instead of 4. So that'd be 8 pumps. And then you get a friend that comes and visits. Hey, you want to fill up your car? Serious? Yeah. Go to number 2. It's just in the back there. So they go, you fill them up, and they leave, and then you kind of like, all right. You pull your vehicle in, you top it off. You go over to the side, and then you kind of wait. Yeah, okay, you hang it up. Man, they must have drove away. I don't know. Did you get the plate number? No. What was it? A Jeep of some sort. I have no idea. Right? That was the first time.
Right.
Next day, I'm like, I kind of got away with that.
Gonna
You're
push
like
it.
looking around, cameras up. No, top up my car. These 2 hot chicks come in. You start filling them up. You know what? I'll get this. Are you serious? I got it. Don't worry about it. Hey guys, we have a drive. We have a drive away on pump 3. I didn't get a description. One was a blonde. That's all I know. Did that lasted for like 2 weeks, and then I finally got in shit.
I can't believe they didn't fire you. Honestly.
Hey, they gave me shit over it once. If it happened again, they had to fire you for it.
Yeah, that's
they can
true.
only write you up one time for one thing. But
Yeah.
I was written up like 15 times, 15 different times
For different things.
for different things. I just knew not to make the same mistake twice.
Know your rights.
And know my rights. That's right. We used to blast shit with the propane tank. So
Like
like
with
you know
the-
you got the hose you hook it up, fill tanks with. You used to open it and it would propane like 15 feet. And we used to blast shit and like we'd bring out licorice. You blast it, take a hammer, whack, and watch it shatter into a million pieces. What else can we do this to?
Slow-mo guys with no camera.
What else can we do this to? You get like a crow. You throw some or like a pigeons.
Seagull.
Or seagulls, you'd hang around the tank. You kind of like throw crumbs, and they'd come up, and then you'd wait for them to start eating. Blast them with it, and they're just flying away. Dude, I was like 15, thinking it was a good idea, and we'd buy it.
Could have leveled the fucking block.
we never like really thought of. We used to shoot fireworks by the big ass propane tank, the big propane cylinder, and you think if that would have went. That would have went. The one block away would have went. The one a block away from there would have went. That quarter of the city's gone, dude. But
We used to blast the propane tanks with the Tiger torches in the roofing days. Just like straight, yeah. We'd
Just to warm them up, right?
No, yeah, to get more pressure because you'd be torching away, then you lose pressure. You'd
Yep.
be soaked. So this is the middle of winter I'm talking about.
yeah.
And then, in order to get more pressure, just like fuck, getting low pressure, turn your torch on, just
Yeah, for
and just
anybody
blast that tank.
for anybody listening that's not from somewhere where there's fucking cold weather, like when you get to minus 40 Celsius, propane is like literally a liquid and it won't flow through your fucking heater or your
Nothing
hoses.
wants to work.
Yeah, so you literally got to heat it up.
Yes. Yeah, that was, but not as intense as yours.
I remember getting in shit for that too, because I was just actually Jesse, who was on the show here. He was my supervisor, and he went down with me on this one because kind of like, what was I supposed to do? I was like, well, Jesse showed me. Yeah,
We can't do this. Jesse said we could.
I was
What?
Just threw him under the bus.
there was a lockup station and nobody had the key for it, and the boss was there. And I was like, well, fuck, nobody has the key and somebody wants to buy a new tank. So I went over with the hose. He watched me do it. I yanked the hose out. It's on like this retractable, so I had it all the way stretched out, turned it on, and I soaked the lock with propane, let it go, put it back, whack, hit it with a hammer, shattered, opened it up, gave a guy a new tank.
That's a good idea.
There's a lineup of like 13 customers that just saw me do this, and the boss is standing there with a smoke in his hand, like, just staring at me. Puts out a cigarette, comes over. Hey, when you're done with this line of people, get the fuck inside. So they're like, shit. So I go inside and he's, what the hell you doing? I was like, last time that we couldn't find the key, Jesse showed me this is what he did to get it open. And he's like, no, absolute, no. You just, hey, no. And he's like, somebody else said too. They called in here complaining, saying that you guys were messing around with the propane and you guys were spraying birds. And I was like, no, I said, I would never do that.
You talk to Jesse
Dang.
about that shit.
Dane, we found the footage. we know it was you. I said, well, then why didn't you approach me before? Anyway, they caught me in the act of doing it. They wrote me up, and it was basically like, don't do it again. But it was more of, why did you do it? And it was like, well, I didn't know. I won't
Didn't
do
know
it.
you
I know
couldn't.
now. I won't do it again. That was big fat guy. The big fat guy that
Yeah.
what the hell.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was a slack boss. But out of everything that happened, he just no. You can shoot fireworks off in that area, but just take off your work clothes at least. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of guy.
Me as a boss.
It was,
You can go do cocaine in the bathroom. Just don't tell me you did it. Then I won't
as
know.
long as you're getting work done.
You'll get it done faster, and I get to go home.
Right.
That job, I have many stories I've told
Oh man.
on this podcast already of that place.
I
was the worst person in the world.
Back in the car wash days, when a person who was on here named Blake who worked there, and I didn't work there anymore, he sold me fireworks, and I had the car that Dane now owns. So, anyways, sold me fireworks, and it's in the car that Dane has now, the LG5, and this lady was pumping gas on the opposite side, and I lit up a Roman candle. And I was and I went right in between the gas pump and the store, shooting Roman candles off, and the girl thought it was a gun. She's gets in her flex and hides and drives away. Then as I'm driving away, a cop's come down the road, and I go, because I thought the Roman candle was empty, and I go to throw it, but it shoots inside of my car, and I burnt the fucking panel on the driver window. So if you see it and it's ashy, that's why.
I was gonna ask you if you're smoking cigarettes in there, but
No.
that makes sense.
So I threw that, I sat away, and then I waited. And I waited. And I went back to Blake, and Blake is pissing. This man's laughing. He's like, she thought you had a gun and you were shooting in the air, but he really shooting Roman candles.
That's funny.
I burnt a hole in the passenger seat of the Cougar
How'd you do that?
by doing that drive-by shooting Roman
Oh, really?
candles. You drive by your friends. You got a bunch of friends in a parking lot doing circles, and you're shooting them out the window. And it's cold out, so we had the window half up, and I'm like trying to drive, just trying to steer, watching what I'm going at, trying to miss people. And I aimed down, and it bounced off the window and came back, and it landed on my passenger seat. And I was like, oh shit! I went to go throw it out the window, and it bounced off, came back in. Luckily, that was the last shot. And it was burning the passenger seat. I'm like, oh, fucking shit, Dad's gonna kill me. Then we bought some seat covers.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. Fucking being young, eh? Retarded.
Yeah.
I would have
Stupid.
fired me, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't believe that place protected me. Keith's like, I got you that job.
You did.
Did I? don't know.
Okay, hold on. When I did work, I worked my fucking ass off. I really did. I'd have my days, but then as soon as that next guy showed up that overlapped the shift, that was it. I'm finding something to do. I'm gonna go have a nap.
On the roof.
I'm gonna go have a nap on the roof. I'm gonna.
There's no cameras on the roof.
Jesse and I were cleaning up dead pigeons on the roof, and one of the other supervisors, who was his crossover shift, came to work, and he was having his before work cigarette, and we were throwing fucking pigeons at him off the roof.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's gonna hear this and be like, "Oh no, we didn't." Yes, we did. That happened, and we used to just sit up
cool.
there and like talk about life. Like, hey man, it's like 6:30. I've been up here like 4 hours. They got it. We're good.
They got it.
They got it. We told them we're up here cleaning.
I always love those days where you just like, Kate, shut the car washes down. Who is clean car wash? Fuck you guys. I'm supervisor. I'm going in there.
Just go in there, just text while you spray.
Yeah. Spray the same spot
Back
for
when
like
you had
half an
your
hour.
Palm Trio,
Yeah.
the good old BlackBerry days.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You ever work at like a gas station or retail or anything?
I did, not a gas station. I worked at a warehouse once,
Ooh.
selling jeans,
Selling pants.
selling them pants.
Selling
Okay, wait.
pants,
So
that
you
was
know how to
awesome.
fold? You know how to fold like really dope?
Like really
Yeah,
dope.
That's the best way I could describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They can fold
No.
fucking clothes there.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty simple folding. Like, there's nothing special about it. Not like that gif of the Japanese woman who like picks a t-shirt up in like two
step,
corners
yeah,
and
one
just
step.
like lifts it up in this weird
Perfect.
way. It's like perfect. Not like that. We used to have clipboard to fold the t-shirts, but
That makes sense.
Yeah. You put it on, and then you pop, and it basically folds
And then
it
you
for
pull
you.
the clipboard out.
uh,
Oh, dude, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've only ever hung clothes up on a hanger and then just stuffed jeans in the dresser. So
Roll them up.
I was always wondering how they did that because it's always done so nicely.
Yeah. Anyways,
How long did you work
that
there?
was 6 months or something like that. That was
it's a long time to sell mom jeans.
yeah, really. Yeah, there was nothing really interesting that happened there. The only thing comparable to that was I did work at a laser tag place when I was in high school.
Oh shit!
And
That
that
would've
was
been
awesome. That was probably the best job. And I did that before I went on my student exchange. When I got back, the owner had switched and I tried really hard to get my job back, but this new guy was like, I don't know. I'm like, you know me, like I worked here before. He's like, yeah, but you left. Now I can't depend on you. I'm like,
It's the laser tape place.
dude, you can depend on me, bro. Bro. No, it was super chill. Like every day, I loved every minute of that place. I'd walk in, and I was told when I was hired that these are the games you can play all day for free. No problem. These other ones are rented, so every token that goes in there, I have to pay a quarter or something like that, or
Right.
10 cents. So if you want to play pinball or video games, play these games, please, because I own them. And he said, this is the snacks machine. You can help yourself. I don't care. So
That's fucking awesome.
I would go there every day, just like I'd right in the tokens bucket and just like fill my pockets, grab the keys, grab a couple bags of chips and a pop, close that, go to the CD player, take out all the music, put my music in. Kids, we are listening to Strung Out today and nothing but Strung Out. I know it's your 8th birthday party, but shit's gonna get real.
Fucking bad religion.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
That's fucking funny.
Oh, just the best of 90s punk rock is what that was.
When you guys were slow, did you guys actually get to fucking go and play laser tag with each other?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
I got caught once. I got caught once in the evening. It was amazing. This is before I went on the exchange, and I was at an exchange event where they brought a bunch of the people that were inbounds, they call them. So they're there from other countries.
inbound.
Inbounds and outbounds. That's how they call them.
Yeah.
I was an outbound. They were inbounds. It's super lame. And so they were there, and I said, well, I got somewhere we can go hang out. I got keys to this laser tag place.
I'm the man.
So we went there. We packed a backpack full of beer. Went there, and we played laser tag and mini golf for like, I don't know, 2 hours. It was
was
great.
mini golf there
That
too?
sounds
There was
like a
mini
dope
golf.
place. Does this still exist?
Maybe, I don't know. It was called Castle Games. So look
shit.
that up.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I know,
Are
but
we allowed to mention that name?
Well,
Yeah, that's
it-
fine.
I am gonna. There's a
You already got
there's
shit
a
for it. So.
200% chance that place does not exist
Yeah.
anymore.
So, anyways, you guys load up some beer.
Yeah, we had a bunch of beer and stuff, and we went there. We played for like 2 hours. Played all this mini golf, played arcades, played laser tag. It was amazing. So we're just kind of packing up our stuff and getting ready to leave. And this thing was in the basement of a mini mall, and just getting ready to leave, and we see footsteps walking down the stairs. Like, who's there? It's like, oh, it's the fucking owner. And we all just kind of like freeze, and he walks in. He's just like, you know, like when you get caught doing something, like, and you're caught so red-handed, and the authority of the situation kind of approached you with this like incredibly nice, like almost cocky, like, I got you.
Yep.
Hard, just like that. What's up, guys? What's going on?
A little party here.
Yeah, what's happening? It was actually me and another employee who were there. So like these exchange students kind of like, they like slowly like sleek their way behind them and out the door. They're gone. So just the two, just the three of us
Yeah.
left there. And he's like, so guys, have a little party, have a little fun. Like, yeah, basically we're hanging our heads, looking at our shoes.
Yeah.
He's like, so looks around. He's like, just don't leave any beer caps around. Like, Done.
Yeah,
See you later.
that's fucking
All
awesome.
he had to say.
That's fucking awesome.
That man's a
That
god.
is awesome. I love that story.
Should go fucking work there.
Yeah, right. Throw away your career
Yeah.
just to go play,
We're gonna
play
laser
mini
tag.
golf and laser tag after hours.
But it was such a good work environment because the people, the customers that you deal with, everyone's there to have fun.
Yeah,
Nobody's there.
to have a shit time.
Yeah, like if you work in like in anything else, like the service industry, where you the people, you get your meal. Everyone's there to have a good meal, but you get a shit meal, and then you get people being dicks about it. Or I don't know, you're a mechanic, and like no one's excited to be there to fix their fucking broken
Whatever.
brake lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. No one's excited to spend that. They want their vehicle fixed, but they don't want to pay the bill that's going to inevitably show up. But here, they're playing mini golf and laser tag. What's to frown about?
That's the pinnacle of entertainment.
Like, and they get to listen to my music while
Right.
they do it.
I just try to picture a person who's mad going to that, trying to enjoy it. And I just picture like SpongeBob and Patrick on Valentine's Day there.
And he's just
When SpongeBob shook his hand and he's just on the rides, just
straight face.
straight face pissed off on every single ride on the swings. And
Fuck. Oh man,
There wasn't a lot of bad attitudes around there.
that's good.
that's
no
so
way.
cool. That's
Oh,
so
man.
cool.
This episode's gonna be called a day in the. No, it's gonna be called Kyle's life story. Because Curtis has been digging here.
The meaning of Kyle.
I think he found it.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's not too deep.
After the too deep. After the laser tag adventure, what went down?
Well,
Fuck, I don't.
when did you
Oh,
grow?
sorry.
When did? What made you grow?
Yeah,
what made you grow up?
When did you go?
You know what I
that
mean?
moment
That
What
moment.
moment.
There's always a moment.
when you went, oh,
No
shit.
one grows up. No one grows up. You just take on more responsibility.
I like that.
Yeah.
Write that down, Keith. Write that down. Ooh. Hashtag. No one grows up.
Well, unless
More-
you do.
More responsibles.
Unless you do, and then that's a sad story if you totally do. But
Yeah. Everybody's a kid at some point, and everybody's a kid still. Yeah. We're fucking goofy as shit.
Yeah.
I was with my dad, and we were at a local tackle shop, and I was having a conversation about fucking grass. Not fucking grass, just grass. And I'm like, well, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult.
Grass.
Yeah.
You get
Lawn.
excited. Hang on. You can get excited about different things. Doesn't mean you've grown up.
yeah, you still grow and things
We're-
you change.
Oh
and
man, look at my lawn.
Hang on. But
Wait till you
but
get
but
one.
You still talk about.
You'll get it when you
What?
get one.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. But no, a grown up wouldn't do that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know,
Like a
but-
proper prim and proper fucking businessman. Goes,
I-
oh yeah. Hey, bud.
I would.
I like that a lot of places we go now, we're starting to see younger people.
Yeah.
So this one place, I won't say where, but it was a job site in our province.
Yeah.
We were doing some work there. You were actually there. You weren't there for this, but you were there. I was manning one of the electrical areas because they were doing something below and they were about to radio. Yeah, on. Yeah, off.
Yeah.
whatever.
You're manning a
So
local
I'm manning it.
district.
I'm standing kind of off to the side. So where I am, the elevator is about 10 feet to the left. So you had to walk 10 feet straight, 10 feet to the left to get to the elevator. So I'm out of the way.
Right.
And all I hear is, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, what the fuck is that? The elevator stops. Ding. Oh yeah, let's go, bro. Tuck and roll. Go, go, go. This guy comes out, whoop, whoop, and he's like doing somersaults. He gets up and he's like, hey, how's it going, man? And then they just like kind of stopped, kept waddling away. Boo! Making all this fucking noise. It was the scaffolders. Of course it was. And they're just like, how's it going? I'm like, yeah, it's going. What are you doing here? And we just had a chit chat, and they're just like, well, my name's whatever. My name's whatever. And it's like, all right, man, we'll catch you later. We'll probably come back here about 6 or 7 times. Hope you don't mind. I'm like, yeah, just don't fucking scare me like that, man. I thought, well, we're doing really like meticulous work right now, and you scared the shit out of me. I thought it was below, like, rah, rah.
Someone's just dying.
On the radio. You guys okay down there?
Yeah, no shit. Jesus. That's funny.
Fucking awesome. Yeah.
Man, you know what? Scaffolders are unhinged.
They are a different breed,
Yeah.
and Kyle and I saw some shit not too long ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I can't watch this. I'm like, I can't stop watching this. Like, these guys are good.
Yeah.
Like, ballsy. You're either, if you are starting that job, you have to know what you're getting into. There's no, like, oh, go try it. It's no, you have to do it.
Yeah.
People are working on that. Shout out to scaffolders.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Doing
Yeah,
the
especially
job
that
that
one
I-
in the refinery that went and did the Wolverine in the rain.
The Wolverine. So, yeah, I was working at the refinery.
Keith DeJarley of the refinery.
Right. I was
everyone.
working at one of the local refineries as a student.
One of the local ones.
Here in
Refinery
Saskatchewan.
district.
We're at one of them. Anyway, so they were in shutdown, so there's a lot of scaffolds. A lot of scaffolders around. A lot. So this one guy was like a ground guy, and he's kind of manning their snatch block, you know, handing them tools and sending material up. And it is fucking pouring rain. Like, you imagine getting hit by a wall of water. It was fucking raining that hard. Like, you know those kinds of rains. And everybody had to work. It was fucking windy. It was fucking cold. It was fucking wet. And everybody's just miserable. And this guy, I think he thought he was alone because we were probably 30 feet up on like a walkway. But we saw him. We're like, this guy's just kind of walking, just like doing nothing right now. And we're like, oh, okay, so he's manning the snatch block. But in one of his downtimes, he just kind of did the fucking wide stance, and he looks up at the sky and he the Wolverine. He did the Wolverine, looked at the sky, screamed at the top of his lungs, and me and the guy we're working with is like, what the fuck is he doing? It was fucking funny though, but I mean that's scaffolders.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
He's having a good time. Is what he's doing.
another time.
That's not, you know what? Working with
Yeah.
guys like us, I totally
get
I would
it.
fucking do it. I'd be like, is there anybody around? Nope. And I totally do it.
Sure,
right?
Clint and I, we were working. There's at one of the places we go to. We were working up on a scaffold in the tallest part of the roof. Everybody was on coffee. I mean, we don't take coffee breaks unless we really feel we want to. You know, like, so nobody was around, and him and I are up there, and it's all echoey and shit, and looking around, like, fuck, not a soul. And I'm like, sure, and fucking. It's fucking echoing through the whole fucking place for like 15 seconds. Like, oh shit.
We were doing that at one of the job sites. These guys were 125 feet in the air.
In an empty echo chamber, basically.
Basically. And they're up there.
my God.
I don't know if you were in the lift. No, was it you and Clint that were in the lift? And I took a bolt and I slammed on the ground as hard as possible. I was like, "What the fuck was that? What was?"
right.
I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Clint's on the radio. What was that? I'm like, "I don't fucking know. You guys just dropped something." Don't say that. I'm like, "Dude, either that or something's falling out of your lift." And he's, "Don't say that." I was like, "No, I just dropped a bolt on the ground." You motherfucker.
That's pretty funny. That's a good one.
And then I told him, Kyle, when we went up in the lift together, we went up and I'm like, okay, left foot forward, right foot. It's scary up there.
Oh yeah,
And-
every movement you're just all
Yeah,
over the
and then
place.
when he took me down, I was like, I really apologize for fucking with you guys down here while you were up there. I was drenched in sweat.
yeah,
Yeah, it was freaky. But
God damn.
I like to have, we have fun at work.
yeah,
Right? You know what I mean? We're extremely professional in a sense.
but we also know how to have fun doing what we do.
Right.
While-
Exactly.
while
You're
we
able
still
to
work.
enjoy it. You're
While
not,
we
you're
still
not
work,
miserable
yeah.
all the time. We have the certain degree of respect for the people that we're around. We know who we can and who we can't mess around with.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it professional.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Not serious all the time, but having fun.
right.
Like yelling, oh, shoo, into a pipe in the floor.
You didn't yell that. You were like, how loud did he moan, Kurt?
I did another one of
Yeah,
shoo.
yeah,
They just
yeah.
didn't film that one.
Oh!
Ouch.
Speaking of getting serious and having fun, that was a fucking hour already.
Holy shit.
That was our hour.
Wow.
Sorry, Kyle. I kind of
See,
No.
fucked the pooch on that one.
I remember
Taking
you were
up all
telling
the
me
airtime. That's
when we were telling Kyle we were going to start a podcast, he's just like, oh, nice. How you guys going to structure it? How you guys going to do it? What are you going to...
This is it.
This is it. We just...
I see.
We sit
That's
on here
good.
and we basically get to see the different personalities of the people in our lives. We get to find out even more things about the people we know, things that we never knew before.
And I mean, it's not even about the.
We come here.
And
to
no
be-
offense, people listening, but I mean, it's not really about the people listening. We just do it because it's fun. And if anybody wants to listen and
Yeah.
and laugh and fucking
Story
have a
time.
good time, so yeah, fuck it.
We come here to
All
tell
the-
stories, shoot
yeah.
the shit, and get to know one another, I guess.
And
then-
maybe one
And
day.
then my brothers get to look at me a little weirder each time we're done because I tell
Tell another story we've
tell
never
another
heard.
story. You sprayed a seagull? With propane?
I would piss my pants.
That's fucking funny. I love it.
You know what? And every time we do this, I get one step closer to meeting Taylor Swift. So I appreciate
Right.
you guys.
One step closer.
Taylor
It's the
Swift.
smallest step, but it's
The
a step.
smallest step. And Kyle, since we originally were going to talk about music and whatnot, oh no, looks like you'll have to come back on for
Yeah.
round
Yeah,
two.
we were gonna talk about music, and then we kind of just got caught up.
About football and then Kyle's life
You guys
story.
want to talk about work and shit?
I know, right?
It
I
just
just want to know about my resume.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've always wanted to. This is
trying
going
to
to
get
sound
your
really
name out
weird.
there. Well,
It's
this
gonna
is
sound weird,
This is
but-
Kyle Anderson. And Tomorrow Starts today.
Today starts tomorrow.
It's going to sound weird, but I don't know. You just strike me as the type of person who's had one hell of a life. And that's why I was like, I
Oh.
want to know. And you know what? You provided. I am not disappointed.
That was
Well,
awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Very kind of you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Ah,
Awesome.
glad to come. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come back and not flake out this time.
Next
time. Like me.
He's got a family.
Family. I got a dog, and he's just sitting home in a kennel right now. Can't you do that with kids too?
Right.
You can, but it's
They don't
not-
come with a cage. You got to buy one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, are we ending it on this note?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle, can you do me one big favor? I got to ask you one question. You just need to give me a solid answer, okay?
Maybe.
How loud did he moan?
Oh.
He had to have moaned at least this loud.
Oh! Come on, Kyle, give me a good
Was I supposed to?
Yeah,
do
you
that
just
too?
joined
How loud did he
Oh,
moan?
I didn't.
How loud did he moan, Kyle?
Oh. Well, that. Well.
No, 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 no,
Oh.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks, Kyle.
Episode
All right.
19. Thanks for coming in.
Who's going to be on 20? We don't know because that's
It's a Friday decision. It's
figure it
the
out.
day we record. Is the day we figure out who's gonna come. Right.
We'll figure it out. Figure it out. Maybe we'll get the lean homeless man and Blake back on the show because he's homeless right now.
He's homeless.
Poor Blake. Blake, my heart goes out to
There's
you.
room in your bed down here, Kurt.
Yeah, I know. I offered it to him and he said no, and I was like, "Well, fine then.
Fuck
Go
you.
be a faggot somewhere else."
Outro. Our outros are always fucking a disaster.
They are.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.